If you're taking a trip to the dreamy city of Venice, you can't do it without visiting some key spots. In this video, we have compiled some of the most breathtaking sights to stop at while in Venice. But before we do that, take a moment to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's dive in. Number 10. Piazza, San Marco, and Basilica. The St. Mark area is the epicenter of Venice's history and grandeur. From here, you can sense and appreciate the magnificence of a city that was once a leading trade power. A visit to the Basilica or the Bell Tower is a must in this area. You can avoid the crowd during the day by visiting the square after midnight. When there are no humans, the architecture becomes the star. It's simply beautiful. The view from St. Mark's Square is dazzled by the Basilica, the queen of this angle of Venice. The sun's glare on the gold mosaics of the Basilica is one of the first things you notice when you enter the piazza. St. Mark's Basilica has about 8,000 square meters of a mosaic that has been produced throughout its history. It took more than 8 centuries to achieve this beautiful outcome. Are you kidding me? It is nearly impossible to summarize its rich, magnificent, and incredible history in a few sentences. So, consider this quick peek to ignite your interest. The Basilica is named after St. Mark, whose relics were taken by 2 Venetian merchants in 828 and later put in the Basilica, which was still under construction at the time. The Basilica, built on a Greek cross form and topped by 5 domes, is one of the most successful instances by Italo-Byzantine architecture. It was not erected all at once, but in various phases over time, mirroring the history and growth of Venice itself. The Basilica has protected and hosted a true treasure for ages, consisting of works of art, silver and gold goods, precious stones, and so on. It is widely regarded as one of the best examples of Venetian craftsmanship. The entire scene is beyond description. Number 9. Palazzo Ducale. Moving from Piazza San Marco to the Canal Grande, the Palazzo Ducale will be on your left. Palazzo Ducale was the political heart of the Republic of Venice for centuries and is today a fascinating museum full of beauty and history. Enjoy a guided tour of this magnificent palace's hidden treasures if possible. The Doge's Palace, which in Italian is called the Palazzo Ducale, was the residence of the Doge, the former Republic of Venice's senior political authority. The palace housed the political institutions of the Republic of Venice until its demise in 1797 following Napoleon's invasion of the city. The palace is now one of Venice's most prominent and magnificent museums. The structure as we know it today was first constructed in 1340. The Doge's Palace is well known for its 2 wings, one overlooking the lagoon and the other overlooking a tiny square near San Marco. It has 2 entrances, the Porta del Frumento and the Porta della Carta. This palace's history is inextricably linked with all of Venice's major historical events. The full college, which was a kind of parliament, the council, the senate, and many other political institutions all met here. Aside from governmental institutions, the Doge's Palace housed the Republic's penal institutions as well as prisons. It is easy to understand why Palazzo Ducale was seen as the symbol of power over Venice and has been, during the centuries, the background of many dark histories and conspiracies. There are a few legends about this building that every Venetian is familiar with. There are 2 pink columns between the white columns on the side overlooking St. Mark's Square. According to folklore, that is where death judgments were handed down. Doge's Palace is known for its secret rooms and hallways. A private tour of the palace would be quite interesting and informative for you. Number 8. Ponte dei Sospiri. Ponte dei Sospiri, literally translated as the Bridge of Sighs, connects Palazzo Ducale, where justice was administered, to the prisons far from Palazzo Ducale. According to legend, prisoners used to cross this bridge after being sentenced to reach the jails, and through the small window on the bridge, they could glimpse the sea for the last time. Number 7. Punta della Dogana. Punta della Dogana was Venice's old customs point. It is located on the opposite side of Canal Grande from San Marco, where Venice's 2 main canals, Canal Grande and Canal della Giudecca, converge. The vista from Punta della Dogana is breathtaking, and the mild breeze cools you down on even the hottest summer days. This location transforms into a work of art at sunset. Few spots can match the history and beauty of Punta della Dogana, which means custom point. It has housed Venice's customs since the 15th century, with the current structure constructed in 1682. According to legend, the merchant screams could be heard among the rush and bustle of the transfer of goods. For ages, Venice has been a naval republic based on trading products and spices. This location was at the epicenter of the action. The location was chosen to be where the two major canals, Canal Grande and Canal della Giudecca, converge. What is left of all of this? The ritual is no longer practiced. Its ancient palace houses a museum. Certainly, the history and beauty of this location remain. When the light fades in the evening, the reflection on the lake produces a unique mood. Many people just sit on the edge and observe St. Mark's and the Palazzo Ducale on the other side of Canal Grande from a completely different perspective, which is well worth the time you'll spend there. Our advice is to enjoy this view at sunset. Set aside at least half an hour, sit down, and watch the boats come and go, preferably with a glass of Prosecco from a neighboring bar. Trust us, we spent the whole night there relaxing and dozing. Number 6. Basilica de Frari. This church is not to be missed if you enjoy art. This 13th century church is Venice's largest and houses the tombs of Canova and Tiziano, which are rich in symbolic and aesthetic references. It is well worth a visit. Did you know that the Basilica de Frari is Venice's largest church? It is located in the Campo de Frari in the San Polo Sestiere and is dedicated to the Assumption of Maria. In any case, the inside is really rich. It houses several funeral monuments of famous figures associated with Venice, such as Claudio Monteverdi, Tiziano, a prominent Venetian artist, and Canova. Canova's tomb is one of my favorite monuments in this wonderful cathedral. I love the style, and if you want to learn more about this amazing artist, I recommend a short excursion outside Venice to Posogno, where the Canova Museum is located. I'm not the most qualified person to talk about art and paintings, but this church is fantastic, and you should visit it. Number 5. Burano. Venice is more than just San Marco and Rialto. It is so much more. There are, for example, the islands of Venice, one of which is the vibrant Burano. The little island of Burano is easily accessible by ferry from Venice. It is well known for its vibrant use in the manufacturing of exquisite laces. There are numerous lovely restaurants that are heirs to an ancient gastronomic tradition, and bussola are among these. They are traditional biscuits that are simply yummy to munch on. The name Burano derives from Porta Buranea, or Buranea's door, so called because it is located in the northeast, where the Bora wind blows. If you go about the island, you will notice that the houses have varied, vibrant colors. This is a unique feature of the island that adds to its allure. These colors will undoubtedly attract your attention, and Burano is also famed for its lacework. The first Burano lace was fashioned around 1500, and its processing was done solely in elegant households with a needle and thread without the support of the canvas. They embroidered geometric motifs, flowers, animals, and swirls, and the best examples may currently be found in the Museo del Merletto or the Lace Museum in Burano's main square. Even now, you can find shops selling centerpieces, dresses, and other things totally made of lace. You have to see them to appreciate their beauty. They're magnificent with astonishing perfection. There are several shops in Burano that sell certified Murano glass. But as you may imagine, this is the most important activity of Murano, where the glass is manufactured, not Burano, which brings us to our next entry. Number 4. Murano. Another little island to consider is Murano, with a population of around 4,500 people. If you get to visit, you will discover its world-renowned glass manufacturer, which is the best of its kind. It is a nice stop to get a glass souvenir from Venice. Number 3. Rialto. The Rialto Bridge is unquestionably an icon of Venice. Rialto is Venice's oldest neighborhood. We recommend exploring the surrounding area, which is filled with lively shops and Baccaro. Rialto's fish market is also extremely distinctive and cool, especially in the morning. Rialto is known for its Rialto Bridge and Rialto markets. The name Rialto comes from the Latin Rivus Altus, which means deep river, and it is tied to the surrounding Grand Canal. The Rialto area has been the principal market of Venice since the early 11th century, and it has since become one of the most recognized and prestigious international markets in Italy and Europe. Rialto is now a fraction of what it once was, but it still holds the city market and is a really lovely and cool section of Venice that Venetians adore. It is a must-see for anyone visiting Venice and should be visited at different times. It is perfectly placed halfway between Piazzale Roma train station and Piazza San Marco. In the morning, the markets are bustling with Venetians looking for fresh fish or vegetables, while in the afternoon, Campo San Giacometto and the taverns surrounding it are buzzling with students and employees. In Rialto, there is also Traghetto Santa Sofia, a small gondola-like boat that crosses the Grand Canal from Rialto to Riva Carbon, allowing you to enjoy an experience comparable to that of a gondola for a very low charge. Overall, every tourist knows Rialto, but few of them can truly enjoy it. How about you? Number 2. Venetian Ghetto. This can be one more nice stop before your final destination. It was built in the 16th century and is the focal point of Jewish life in the city. Visit the gorgeous synagogues and traditional stores on the streets while you're here. Number 1. Collection Peggy Guggenheim. Collection is one of the world's 3 Peggy Guggenheim collections. You may see modern art masterpieces and relax in the cool garden of the palace, which is located right on the Canal Grande. It is a wonderful location with some Baccaro and good spots on the way to Punta della Dogana. You can enjoy your well-deserved holiday while taking pictures with marvelous art pieces. So, which of these places would you like to visit? Comment below and have a wonderful trip!